Alright, what's going on, guys? Hope y'all are having a good day. So, Season 3 for Black Ops Cold War has just been announced. We have the full roadmap for everything that's coming with the launch of this season, and today we're going to be specifically focusing in on a lot of the major changes as far as zombies and all of the outbreak stuff, and of course, a little bit of MP stuff is going to happen to cross over into this mode, but don't worry, we're going to take care of everything. You'll know exactly what's coming with this update. Season 3 has been long awaited by the community, and I think this is going to satisfy not only the multiplayer guys, but we also have some absolutely insane things coming for every element of zombies. So if you guys end up enjoying the video, all I ask in return is a thumbs up. That would be greatly appreciated. Remember to subscribe also if you're new to the channel. We are on the road to 500,000 subscribers, and we have tons of zombies content in the future, so definitely make sure to subscribe and stick around. And really quick, I want to thank the sponsor of today's video. This video is sponsored by Ridge Wallet. These are literally just a better alternative to the wallet that you're probably using right now. It does everything your previous wallet does: carry cash, cards, things like that, makes them super easy to access, and has an incredible style to them. Literally, since I've started using one, I've never wanted to go back to a traditional billfold. It's just so much more convenient. It looks sleek. It also implements technology that keeps you from being digitally pickpocketed, and there's tons of different styles that you can choose from. So go check it out right now. Use the link in the description. Big thank you to Ridge Wallet for sponsoring this video. First things first, of course, with every season, we get a bunch of new weapons and new operators, and in this season, specifically, we are getting Captain Price, literally from the Modern Warfare series in Black Ops Cold War, which is really cool. But as far as the weapons go, this is where things get pretty exciting. The first gun we're getting will make a lot of Zombies fans happy. The PPSH-41 is being added to Cold War. This will be on launch week, and I believe it's going to be in the Battle Pass at Tier 15. It also looks like the PPSH is going to behave just like we know it. It's a very rapid-fire, high-capacity weapon, and I think it's going to be absolutely insane in zombies. It's going to be available to use in multiplayer and Warzone as well, of course. Next weapon we're getting after that is the Swiss K31 sniper rifle. So this is going to be a new bolt action, and I'm hoping this is going to be better than the previous sniper we got, and is even going to be somewhat remotely useful in zombies, but we'll have to wait and see. After that, the ballistic knife is also finally getting added. Another one of those specialty weapons that, again, could be absolutely amazing in zombies. We got the crossbow last season, and it absolutely shreds, especially in Firebase C. It is a really great pick, so I'm hoping the ballistic knife is just as effective, and it retains its special elements of being able to revive players by shooting them with the upgraded ballistic knife. That would be wonderful. After that, we're getting another really interesting looking weapon. This is called the Carve 2, and according to Treyarch, this is very similar to the overall damage and ranks of the M16, and I'm sure you guys are well aware that the M16 is quite literally one of the best weapons in the entire game, and not only is it extremely good, but this Carve 2 looks hella cool as well, so I'm very excited to use this weapon. And of course, after that, we're getting the AMP-63 as well. This is another SMG. It's basically the PM-63 from Black Ops 1. It's almost stylistically the same, and is probably going to function in-game relatively the same as a BO1 as well. But this is another really sick-looking gun, and can't wait to play this one too. And last but not least, we are also getting the baseball bat as another weapon, and this is, again, was hinted previous seasons before. We didn't know why we hadn't seen it yet, but now the baseball bat will finally be added to the game, so we can use it as any sort of melee attachment. So real quick, I also want to show you guys the MP maps, because this is going to be relevant for Onslaught. We'll be able to play zombies on these, so let's take a look at what we got for MP. The first map is called Yamantu, and this one's pretty interesting because it very much is reminiscent of the leaked map we talked about for zombies the other day. Some of you watched that video, and just the fact that it's, essentially a snowy mountain with a Soviet base is pretty similar to what we described, but we're actually getting this as a multiplayer map, and of course will be available in Onslaught. Next map is called Diesel. This is going to be a sort of like desert Badlands map, and it's going to be a 6v6 and also a gunfight map, so it's going to be repurposed for both. But again, this one looks pretty cool. It's very outdoorsy and it's very colorful, so I'm a big fan of this one too. Also, Standoff, being remastered from Black Ops 2, also returns, and again, will be playable in Onslaught and will just be cool to have as a remastered multiplayer map. We're also getting some new vehicles for zombies, in particular the cargo truck, and then also like this buggy, and also we are getting, we previously talked about Score Streak, the strafe run finally makes it to the game, and I assume it's just going to be added to the crafting table within zombies. That's how they've done it before, and that's how I imagine they're going to continue to do it. So that's all the peripheral stuff that's more or less just being added to the game that will affect zombies, but let's get into the nitty-gritty of what is changing within this mode in particular. Now, we are getting a new field upgrade, so a new specialist ability is coming, and this is called Toxic Growth. So I'm going to read the description of this, and then I'm going to put it into practical terms so we can figure out what it does in-game. So the new field upgrade is called Toxic Growth. Mother Nature bites back with this new field upgrade in round-based maps and Outbreak, guaranteed to slow down the undead masses by harnessing Ethereum crystals, Requiem R&D team has developed Toxic Growth, an activatable field upgrade that summons a deadly growth of toxic thorns in front of an operator. Enemies moving through it have their movement speed halved and suffer toxic damage until they exit the affected area. Through the use of Ethereum crystals, operators can upgrade Toxic Growth to give it more charges, double its damage, and even cause enemies who perish from the Toxic Growth to explode. So what does this mean practically? It looks like this field upgrade is essentially an area of effect where you can slow down all surrounding enemies and they're going to slowly but incrementally take damage. It does sound a lot like one of the abilities of Frenzied Guard that completely slows the zombies down to a halt, and this one seems to cut into their speed a little bit but doesn't make them into just absolute walkers. Different to Frenzied Guard, however, it actually makes the zombies that are affected by this area of effect to take damage over time. Now, we don't really know how big this area of effect is going to be. It could be like literally right in front of you, or it could be like, you know, bigger than Ring of Fire. We don't really know for sure. It's also confirmed in the description that it does have upgrades that will give it multiple charges, so I wouldn't imagine it's like a one-time use that's very good like a Frenzied Guard is. But as it is upgradable not only in round-based maps and also Outbreak, it sounds pretty interesting, and I'm definitely going to experiment with it and see if I can find any really good uses. But it is just cool to know we're getting another field upgrade. Now, let's talk about the new Outbreak map called Duga. So I'm also going to read the description of this. The Dark Ether story comes to a fever pitch in Season 3 as Requiem expands its operations in Russia. Keep the hordes at bay as you and your squad fight through the massive Duga region set in the Ural Mountains, packed with new documents, audio logs, radio transmissions, and artifacts hidden throughout the Outbreak zone. Uncover new secrets of the Dark Ether as the stage is set for the events to come. Obviously, it's really cool that we're getting a new map, but nothing was like particularly huge mentioned there besides the new board to play on, obviously. But here's where things get really interesting. They say that new Outbreak world events and features are coming on launch week, so you can experience the new interactive events throughout the Ural Mountains to earn in-game rewards for the first time in Outbreak. Gain access to the upgrades for the Die Machine Wonder Weapon, unlock the powerful Ether Tool item by destroying Fury crystals, discover the secret to warping ahead to higher difficulty regions even faster, and more. I know I went through that kind of quickly, so there's a couple things to unpack there. First of all, we're going to be able to upgrade the Die Wonder Weapons. Now, I think that is really cool, but like, to be honest, I'm still probably going to end up using a ray gun just because it's simply better for that. But it's nice to be able to fully upgrade all 4 variants of that within Outbreak. We don't know how that's going to be done, but apparently that's possible now. You can also get the powerful Ether Tool item by destroying Fury crystals. So we don't know if these are different kinds of crystals that are maybe found on the wall and on the ground that you can shoot, but the Ether Tool is actually found in Onslaught right now and upgrades the rarity of your weapon automatically. So I imagine it's probably going to do the same thing in Outbreak, but I'm not 100% sure on that. It also says discover the secret to warping ahead to higher difficulty regions even faster and more. So the implications here are that there's like actual, you know, in-game events for Outbreak, or there's going to be. That's kind of the idea, and that's really exciting. Also, they changed the way the objectives work in Outbreak now, so there's basically going to be all the locations and all the objectives that you can get in a singular match. The problem was by round 12 you had a set rotation of maps and challenges you were going to get for any given game, and it looks like it's going to be like maybe randomized, or at least you can access all of them now if you do happen to play long enough, which is also cool. Now, as of right now, there's no explicit mention that the Easter egg itself is being added. I imagine that's going to be like built in, or, you know, somehow relating to these in-game live events that they're doing in Outbreak. They did mention earlier that the stage is set for the events to come in the Dark Ether story, so I imagine they are lining things up to have some sort of main quest involved. It has to be at least added in before the Season 3 Reloaded, as I imagine that's when the Berlin map is coming out. But either way, it looks like Outbreak is in fact becoming a way more complete game mode. Again, they started off on a really solid fundamentals, and they're just slowly adding more and more content to it. So I am hoping we get a main quest. I'm hoping we get maybe more maps in the future after Duga and maybe a few more objectives, but it's nice that it is getting some love. Also, the Onslaught game mode is getting some more updates as well. Recently, it got a patch where you can now get upgraded weapons in it, and there's just significantly more quality of life changes. That's also going to be changing, or at least we're getting new stuff. All of the multiplayer maps will be playable, and they even say to look out for a new limited time mode in Onslaught later in Season 3 as well. Also, here's a look at all of the new prestige icons for Season 3. There's going to be 4 brand new ones, and of course you can reach Prestige Master after hitting that next 4th. And I'm sure there's definitely going to be a few more surprises that we're not completely sure of yet, that when Season 3 comes around and we get our hands on this content, we'll actually be able to discover for ourselves. But to really sum up, we're getting a bunch of new weapons, operators, new maps, and then of course Outbreak, we're getting a brand new map as well, and possibly an Easter egg with in-game events and whatever else they're doing with that. That is completely up in the air, and there's a lot of things that could happen, so I am quite excited in particular to play Outbreak. This update is going to be coming out tomorrow for all platforms, so all of you you will get to enjoy this. But let me know what you guys think down below in the comment section of the update. What is the thing that you are most excited about? And let me know your overall thoughts on this coming update. But anyways, guys, if you did enjoy today, make sure to give the video a thumbs up before you go. Make sure to subscribe also if you're brand new before you forget. And I also do stream zombies almost every day over on Twitch. I'm going to be streaming season 3 as soon as it comes out over on that. So the link to that can be found in the description, and definitely make sure to drop a follow. I'll see you guys over there. But have a great rest of your day. Thank you all for watching again, and I'll see you guys in the next stream or the next video. Take it easy. I gotta go, and peace out.